when you look through the images of historic England, obviously you're very much at the mercy of what they decided to photograph. So sometimes you get a good set of images, like with Hammersmith or Twickenham, and sometimes you'll just get nothing. I mean, Lee Bridge, I've just got a very distant photograph in it, and it's not worth bothering with. I wasn't going to bother with Turnham Green either, but I've done it anyway because it's a good example of how things are again in context. So this is an overhead photo from 1947. The obvious landmark is Turnham Green Church and Turnham and the actual Turnham Green. And down here we've got the bus garage. This is Turnham Green bus garage that closed in 1980. Now, if we zoom back out again, the reason I've included this stuff is because you've got the edge of the green here and these buildings. And if you go to this image, which is from 1938, you've got the very tip of Turnham Green there and the buildings. And then up in the distance, you've got what is today Stamford Brook bus garage. So when Turnham Green closed in 1980, their operations were transferred to Stamford Brook. So this gives you an idea of the physical relationship between the two. Now, when you turn around the other way and look west, this is the church and Turnham Green and these buildings that we've just looked at for this when we were looking east. And we can zoom in and just about make out the Turnham Green bus garage. If we zoom out, we've obviously now got Chickwick Works here. This is bus. They used to overhaul the buses until Aldenham opened, and then it did. I think it was chassis overhauls and engine overhauls. Plus, it did experimental work. Plus, it was for driver training and stuff like that. So this is where the skid pan was that you often see in films. So then, if you move up to this image, this is 1928, and this is Chiswick Works, and this here is Gunnersbury Station. So again, you got an idea of the relationship between the two. These at this point, this looks like these were football pitches. But if we move up to this image from 1938, Gunnersbury Station is now hidden here, but the football pitches have now been reduced. I think it looks like there might be something going on here. You can see the expansion and the building of the work, and you've got some buses parked up here in the background. Now, Turnham Green, because of the relationship between Turnham Green and Chiswick Works, Turnham Green used to operate various modified buses on behalf of Chiswick. But that just gives you a relationship between Chiswick Works, Turnham Green, and Stamford Brook.